welcome everyone to day 277 of my journey to 2000 Elo. I'm going to start off with going over some traps in the London system. So I'm going to start by trying to play just by what I can remember. There's like 5 or 6 traps in the London that I just learned. I mean, there's several traps, but shout out to Remote Chess Academy. This is where I picked this stuff up. The guy's got an awesome YouTube channel. I'll try to put a link in the description on YouTube, but um, so first one, what's cool is that it's just like a very typical London position. It's like mainline London. Let's say they go here first. The order might be kind of weird, but that's not all that important. What we're trying to get to is go here, drop the bishop back. This happens all the time. So this position, super, super common. Bishop wants to come out to d3. Again, the order might be kind of weird because, maybe they'll play c4, so my bishop can't go to d3 and go to e2. But anyways, besides the point. Let's say they castle, I play bishop d3, and then b6, which is very, very normal. So this is where the first trap starts that I remember, because black has this bad white bishop, and so they're going to plan to fiend Keto it, and instead of castling as white, the computer is even going to say e4 is the best move. So striking at the center right away, yeah, it's good. I guess they could see, I want to look at what happens if they play c4. Probably take on d6, queen takes, and then e5. Ah, that's very clever. So that's good to know. So if they were to play c4, it doesn't really do much because you have more powerful threats. First, you take the bishop, which is hitting the rook. If they were to take here, that'd be a blunder because, you're just winning. So you take the bishop, queen takes, and then you thrust forward with e5, and you're forking the knight and the queen. So the queen's being attacked, can't take the bishop. Okay, anyways, but that's not what happens. Let's say they take. It's probably what they're going to do. Because if they don't, obviously you're threatening e5 on the next move, forking the pieces. So let's say they take, you go knight takes, and then I think it's knight takes, bishop takes, bishop here. Okay, no, so it's c takes. And if they take here, you just go h takes. If they take with a queen, that's not a big deal. Still have some pressure on this undefended bishop, but I guess the knight can drop back and defend, whatever. But you can see, I'll show the eval bar actually. White is winning. White is like, I don't know what you could say like winning, but definitely white has an advantage here. So it's already good for white, but that's not what the trap is supposed to go like. They're supposed to take on c5, then you play queen a4. So you're putting the pressure on the knight, and then they have to obviously protect the knight. So if they go, they can't bring the queen here because it's defended by the bishop. So I think like something like queen here, and then they get hit with rook d1, right? And they're already in big trouble. And like queen c8, then they go here, and then bishop takes h7. Oh yeah, this is cool. So this is where the trap really shows itself. You're here. Most any player would be like if your black is focused just on this knight and all the pressure putting this knight, but actually there's a weird kind of Greek gift sacrifice because you have queen comes out to check. It looks like it doesn't work, right? King goes back, and then knight g5. This is bad. This is already really bad for white. So that's the first trap. Let's see if I can remember the second one. One of them, geez, I might have to look at my study here. Hold on. I don't know if I remember all of them. Are my sounds working? Wait, what? Are my fucking sounds working? Hold on. Application, audio. Can you guys tell me if my sounds are working? Application audio. Yeah, this is not working. That's why it should be working now. What the hell? What are we looking at here? Interesting. I like it. I like their style. Knight f3. Okay. Wow, my sounds weren't working that whole time. Jesus. I could just go bishop f5, get the bishop out of the pawn chain, so to speak. I think that should be all right. Can't really go after my bishop. I could just tuck it right back. All right. He's going to fiend Keto. So, I don't want to go about this. If we go here, he can attack my bishop right away. So I'm going to play a very slow. This is not the best move. I just gonna create some space for my bishop, so the knight can't come after it. Although I could also go queen d7 and try to trade off the fianchetto bishop. Something to be said for that as well. Although here I get hit with, no, it doesn't work because 95. So knight here or knight here. They're all probably okay, but I'm thinking knight d7 is more solid. I just won't be able to, trade off the bishop like I wanted to. So I'm going to go knight b to d7, and then e6, and then c5. And this is pretty typical. Okay, so now well, that doesn't work. So let's just look at this. E4 just straight up doesn't work. It loses a pawn as far as I'm concerned. So I can go c5, I think. Let's see. c5 here. We just take, like, I don't think this knight can. Yeah, so I'm going to go c5. Where do I bring the bishop out first? Nope, c5. I think it's better. And now the bishop probably on e7, because this isn't really an active square. And then if they take on c5, I'll take with the knight. My opponent's playing extremely quickly and is, by the way, 1860 from Bosnia. And they go for the knight h5, which, as far as I'm concerned, is not... I think it's an okay move. Oh, but now... I see. Now e5 does work. So here, e5, like if... Nope, I'm going to do this because then we can snap the knight off, I think. Okay, that's just not good. I'm happy to see that, though. Rook c8, castles all look pretty good to me. I don't want to take, so I'm just going to castle, or I could jump my knight in, because he's... No, e5 still doesn't work, so... I don't typically like castling before my opponent nowadays, because sometimes you get, Okay, so I could... Do I care if they play b4? Probably. Because here I can threaten to lodge the pawn in. Yeah, let's go here. I'm feeling pretty comfortable with this position so far. But my opponent is really playing fast. Do I play a4? That bishop. Okay, black is, I think, better here, because, like, what is happening here? What is that? What is that? If I bring the queen out, or I could just go queen c7 is probably better. Rook over. I think I'm going to go a4, though. Could still push, though. Takes, knight takes. Here. I'm going to go a4. It's probably not the best move, but I could be wrong. Takes, takes. Here. I don't need to take that knight. I just don't need to take that knight. What do I want to do, though? Queen here? As weird as that looks. Does that work? Okay, we got to pick up the pace a little bit here in a minute. Don't think I want to take... Taking here... Something to be said for that, but then I'd have to go... Takes, takes... Here... I think I actually like that. But I'd have to keep this a pawn protected now. So queen here, and then I'm just going to I'm going to control the c file. I'm going to play on the c file. That's my plan. But e5, that sucks. Here, takes, there. Okay. This looks okay, though. e5, we could even just take right away. Queen b6 looks good. I mean, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My opponent has spent 40 seconds. These people stress me out more than anything. These players that just blitz out moves stress me out. I tend to do pretty poorly against them, actually. All right, but I don't think that... I think I'm doing totally fine, if not slightly better. Grab the C file. Good. This E5's defended. This doesn't work because he just blocked the bishop. He really wants to play E5, or sorry, E4. Ah, interesting. Now, just bring the queen over. I'm gonna bring the queen over and just infiltrate. I'm just gonna penetrate. Cheap viewers on GSD Fat. All right, cheap viewers. I love cheap viewers. I have a love-hate relationship with 10 minutes. I have the best results in it, but I also do the worst with time in it. Yeah, I'm exactly the same. That's annoying. That is annoying. What about here? Here, takes. Would that just loot here? Here. Takes. That would be even there. Holy shit, that scared me. Sheffo, thank you for the follow. Oh my god, that scared me. Huh. I kind of want to do it and just say I don't care about. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say I don't care about e4 because the bishop. If I drop back, this is a cool looking bishop there on b3, but it's no longer stopping e4. Just trade everything. Yeah, my only concern is e4. But otherwise, I have the C file, so it'll be kind of, I think it's kind of even. Other than time, like I literally have to just start playing. Whoa. Is that right? That doesn't look right. Let's trade. Make things easy on ourselves. We could just drop back, but fuck, that almost works. Here, there. I'm gonna go here instead. And then probably bishop d6 is gonna be good to stop knight e5, and then I can bring my knight over. Yeah, I want to overprotect. And then maybe f5 or knight f6, or I could go here. Gotta play fast. That's just a free pawn. No, it's not. Let's grab the bishop first. That would be a blunder. I'm gonna grab here. I hope that's not a blunder. I don't want him to take. All right, I got 2 minutes to, make something happen here. Okay. Is anything? I just gotta make sure I'm not hanging anything. And now we gotta go after pawns. This bishop's super annoying. And activate the king, I think. This rook or this pawn's good now. Nice and protected. Okay. Just go here. Take with the knight. I'd be happy to see that. Now you guys are going to see what I can do with 2 minutes on the clock. Because now that we've traded down, I'm not as nervous. There's less to think about, kind of. But yeah, it's still hard. Yeah, that looks good. I like this so far. I like this little double the rooks up. The bishop's probably going to move. Really? Takes. here should be good, but I can also just double up. Doubling up looks better. Way stronger, because now you better be very careful. You can move back. Am I a pawn up? I'm not. That's unfortunate. But I do have this really nice... Oh, interesting. Let's go here. Funny looking move, but I am penetrating on the second rank. Yep, gotta go fast. I'll keep my knight here because it's kind of the strongest square, although because I can't really jump more forwards into the position. But black is definitely, I think, slightly better. I think. Could be wrong, but I own the OpenC file. There's only one open file and I own it. My knight's on a good square. I got this sweet pawn that's... Oh, damn. Okay, let's go here. Now I'm actually threatening to take. Checking for forks and tactics here. The king's getting closer, but pawns are doing a good job of stopping my knight. And I just got to go after the pawns and activate my king now. So I got a minute 30 seconds. Jesus, this guy played fast. Crazy. Okay. Probably going to bring the bishop back. Maybe. Back to c1. And then I'm going to activate my king. I don't think I need to move any of my other pieces. I just need to activate my king and go after the pawns on the queen side, I think. That's my plan anyways. And, you know, now we got like a little bit more like a bullet game and then some. Just got to be careful that I'm not blundering any pawns. Let's bring the walk that king right on over. Yeah, nothing dangerous there yet. The king can't, like, literally, he could try to trade, but I think I'm winning there. I think. Rook here, that would drop the bishop. I'm going to stay on the light squares, I think, is smarter. Oh. Yeah, I don't care. Just checking out some options here. No, knight's got to stay there. Okay, this might be... I might be doing this the wrong way because now... Fuck. I need my rook to... There, maybe? No, I can't let the rook... Can't open the rook up. Shit, I might have to go back. I want to trade things off. If I can trade things off, I think I can win this. All right, I'm gonna shut my mouth and focus. Pawns are on light squares. Fucking awesome. Thank you for that. Thank God. And now I win the pawn. Respect, resign. Good game. I would have won that. Like, I could have won that, but my heart was a racing there for a second. This is cool, though, because the king can't penetrate, and I win the pawn, and then I pick up all the other pawns. All right, cool. Let's analyze. Another win. That one was a little bit sweaty. That opponent, I felt confident, like I was better kind of throughout the whole game, but Jesus, did he play fast. All right. So quick analysis. So weird. Like I don't know what. Kind of like it, but it's so weird. Knight f6. Okay. I just went for like very typical. Like I'm just gonna explain my thinking process here. Basically, like any other d4, d5 setup, kind of like a weird London, except that the bishop didn't come out to f4. And what I'm thinking is, if I can help it, if White's bishop isn't out here on f4, when White's bishop is out on f4, I typically don't do the copycat with f5. But when it's not, I'm just kind of thinking, you know what? Why not get the bishop out of the pawn chain? It's usually a good idea. Get your bishop out of the pawn chain. And then, you can even let the knight come after it and lose it in a lot of positions. But at least it's not just totally stuck. So that was my thinking. I went h6, which is fine. Not the best move, but I just, the reason being, let's see if I don't know, let's just imagine I do this. I just don't like when they can go after the bishop. And yeah, in many cases they win it. Like, computer wants this. Just literally give up my bishop. So, not a big fan of that. Sometimes you can go bishop g4. Yeah, actually, bishop g4 is a move. It's not the best move. But then if they go here, bishop h5, here. What? e6? e6? Excuse me? Oh my god, that's insane. Knight g4. And we're threatening to win the knight and mate in one. That's bonkers. I've never... That would be such an insane move to play. Anyways, so I went knight b to d7. Cool. Best move. Just solid, like, your bishop's out of the pawn chain, so it's not blocking the bishop anymore, and then you can play e6 and c5. Just like real typical setup here. Just going for like a system setup, you can kind of not always play it, but anyways. So c5, c3, knight h4, which I didn't think was very good. Looks like it's fine, but and then knight back was, I was like, what? That looks kind of strange though. A5 is an inaccuracy. Best move here would have been queen c7. Makes sense. Just grab some, just a good square. Queen often likes to go to queen 7, to c7. Can build up a little battery. I didn't do that though. And then I went a4, and a4 was the best move, so that's cool. Taking was the best. Definitely not here. This does not, I think, lead to anything good, because you go here, you lose a pawn. Or do I? No. But you get this, and this is kind of, it's even, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. It's even, but I didn't, for some reason I thought I was losing a pawn there. So I went c takes, because I saw that it kind of, they are forced to take with the c pawn, and then I'm going to grab the c file. They cannot, because their bishop sucks. So that's what I was thinking. Here I was just trying to attack the d4 pawn. Looks like it wasn't that great because of knight takes. But I was right. Like, it's good to see that throughout the game, I'm like, well, I think I'm slightly better, or if I'm definitely not losing, because why? Because I have an amazing bishop here. His bishop actually is not that great. This fianchetto bishop, it's like kind of almost like a Catalan bishop, but we're not really in a Catalan position. And no doubt my light square bishop is better than his light square bishop. No doubt my dark square bishop is better than his dark square bishop. What else? I have a rook on the open c file. So, like, I'm definitely winning, I think, for those reasons. e5 is protected. Like, if he were to be able to get, I don't know, like 95 and like f4, maybe be okay. But I thought that I was better here. Okay, bishop c2 did not work, but I was just trying to trade everything off. Went back here instead of, like, this just doesn't look like it does much. And then here I decided to try to stop e4, and if ever he moves the knight, I'm just going to trade the bishops off. Bishop d6 is fine. Just wanted to add some more protection so that I could free the knight up, because I saw that the knight might want to come over here, which he did. Traded everything off. This move I was hesitant about, because I was thinking, well, what if I take here and the knight takes? And then I was like, ugh, I don't really like this. Because then, oh, actually, that would be, whoa, what? This is not good. Why is this not good? Oh, I'm getting forked. That's why. See? My spidey senses caught up on that. I was like, I don't like that knight coming in. So I took, okay. this is where, like, right here, I was just like, all right, I think I can win this. This just looks great. I'm going to double the rooks up. My pawns are on light squares, and this pawn on a4 is totally freezing white's pawns. My knight's hitting the bishop. It's just really, like, simple, easy plans here. Computer didn't like that move. None of these moves, for that matter. What is it wanting? What the hell? King h7? Okay. Okay. Still wants. Whoa. Okay. What